stat. Ooh. Oh, no. All right, and welcome back, guys. Today we're going to be testing out another thing that has been very heavily requested to be covered on this channel. Ever since Season 3 has launched, people have continuously asked me, is the pump action shotgun still worth it? Is it still the best gun to use? And is it still one of the better options for Outbreak? So that is what we're going to be testing today. Our first test, I'm going to take it in Outbreak. We're going to go to round 7, kind of test on round 7, 8, 9, and 10, kind of all the different bosses, zombies, see exactly what the pump action shotgun can do after the nerf on those rounds. And then after we test it out on Outbreak, I'm going to go into D-Machine. I'm going to go to round 50, and we're going to test it out against normal zombies on the health cap on round-based modes. So obviously with that, I got a lot of setup to do, so I'm going to go get set up with that. If you guys are new here and want to sub, I'd greatly appreciate it. We're like this close away from hitting 60K subs. And on top of that, I appreciate every single person who leaves a comment and a like on this video. This video is going to take a lot of testing, so that definitely is very appreciated from me. So real quick, I'm going to run down all the attachments I'm using on the weapon. So for the muzzle, we're running the SOCOM Blast. Now for the barrel, I am still rocking the Task Force barrel. This is the barrel that got nerfed on this gun. It used to do an additional 200 plus damage. It has now been taken down all the way to 71% damage. I'm still fairly confident, even with the nerf, this is still the barrel you want to be using on the shotgun. The only other barrel I would consider using would be the reinforced heavy to get that extra 6% fire rate and that 13% effective damage range. However, I just think the extra damage given by this barrel is going to beat out the extra fire rate. And then for the body, I'm running the Ember sighting point. For the magazine, I am running the biggest one. And then for the stock, I am running the shotgun stock. Now, if you personally think you have a better setup for the shotgun I'm using here, definitely leave the attachments that you would use on this gun below. I'm always 100% open to criticism, and I'd love to test out some other builds that you guys have for the shotgun. So real quick, we're now on round 3. I'm going to show you what the single pack-a-punch pump action shotgun does on round 3. So this is against a boss. Keep in mind that this is only packed once. You could at some points have it packed twice by now, which would be doing a little bit more damage. This is only the packed one version, but it is noticeably weaker when it comes to killing bosses, especially, and I mean, you can notice an Outbreak with the scaling of Outbreak, but this thing would normally very quickly, even only being packed once, would very quickly make work of any sort of boss. It's still one-hitting zombies on this round, so that's a plus. But when it comes to hitting bosses, it definitely doesn't hold the same amount of power that it used to. But what we need to do is we need to go ahead and we need to, you know, get to a higher round, pack a little bit more, and do a little bit more testing against bosses. Okay, on round 6, we've got it all the way max fully packed. It is pack 3, and we're running the epic tier. We don't have enough salvage to go ahead and get it to the 4th tier, but we're going to see exactly what it does against zombies. And this weapon still annihilates zombies. This weapon is definitely amazing at zombies still. After the nerf, it is one of the best just single killing zombie weapons. But one thing this weapon also used to be good at is demolishing bosses, and it still kills bosses pretty well, but that was a Mangler. Manglers are pretty easy to kill. If we get a Panzer, I'll kind of show you. It does do damage to Panzers, but it definitely doesn't do the massive damage that it used to do. But I mean, even zombies with armor, you just saw we one-hit that zombie with armor. Armor, no armor, kind of depends on the range, can still just absolutely wreck them. We're on round 7 now, so this is the max health that zombies are going to get an Outbreak. And using the pump action shotgun, we have it 3rd pack, but we do not have it maxed here. So currently, it is only the purple tier. Still got to work on getting a golden tier. We'll have kind of an update when we get there. But as it goes for killing zombies, this thing is still demolishing zombies right now. Even armored zombies, it is very effective. Right there, armored zombie one hit. Like, it is so freaking good, especially when you slap cryo freeze on it. So it has been nerfed, but when it comes to anti-zombies, it's still just as good as killing zombies. It is very good at that. But when it comes to Outbreak, being able to kill zombies really quick isn't, you know, the best thing. There's tons of different elites, specials, all these boss zombies in Outbreak, and it really comes down to how good this is at killing bosses. So right now, we're going to test it, not fully upgraded, kind of against Panzers and a few other bosses. So when it goes to killing a Mangler, still ridiculous. Obviously, Manglers are pretty easy to kill, but let's see what kind of work this can put against a Panzer. And it is definitely still doing work. It is noticeably not as good. This gun right now, if it was pre-patch, would be doing quite a bit more damage, but it's still probably one of the best, if not the best gun for killing bosses in Outbreak. Keep in mind, this isn't even fully upgraded. We'll test this again once we get it fully upgraded. I just wanted to go ahead and see. But this Panzer, man, we are really doing pretty good work to it right now. And yeah, we have cryo freeze on, but it's what I'm going to be running with any gun that we're playing on Outbreak with, just, you know, help us kill Panzers quicker. Got a few Manglers straggling around. Let's go ahead and see how quickly we can take these guys out. Ooh, and ooh, okay, yeah, that was a bad move. Doesn't matter. Few manglers, or few mimics, I don't know why I'm calling them manglers. Few mimics, once again, still doing pretty good work. It's not as good, and the nerf is 100% noticeable. If you've used this pre-nerf, you're gonna notice a difference. These bosses would have been dead quite a bit earlier pre-buff, but it's still just absolutely dominating them if you compare it to other weapons. Like here, we'll take down these two manglers. Yeah, just gone and gone. That is still pretty freaking effective. All right, we're on round 10. We've got the Hauer fully maxed out. Cannot be doing any more damage than what it currently is. And let's see what it does against a actual boss. This is the objective boss. The pans are here, and it's definitely still doing more damage than pretty much any other gun would. I think that there's probably only a handful of guns that'd be doing more damage to this. I know, you know, the ballistic knife would probably kill him faster, but the ballistic knife overall really isn't a good weapon to be running an outbreak. And even with the nerf, when it comes to outbreak, this still has the killing potential. And when I really think about it, there's only a few guns that I could even possibly think that would be better than this. I know the akimbo magnums are pretty insane, so I might do this test again with the akimbo magnums, and in that video we kind of compare to see if those are now better than the pump action shotgun. But even after the nerf, like, the nerf was pretty hard. The nerf hit this gun hard, but even with the massive nerf that the pump action shotgun did, it still seems to be the king. And even if it's not the king, it's pretty freaking close to being the king. This is one of, if not the single best weapons to run an outbreak. Obviously, now we got to go into the round-based modes. I want to go to round 50 to see if, you know, if you're not an outbreak player, if this is still a really good option for going to round 50. Okay, now we're back on round 50 again. This has been a very long endeavor. I've crashed like twice. This has been like 4 hours to get to round 50 just because we keep crashing. But now we have the fully pack-a-punched pump action shotgun, and it is oranged here on top of that on D machine, and we're going to see what kind of damage this can do on round 50. So if we were playing normally on round 50, we'd be shooting into the horde. And yeah, it is still doing massive damage like it did before. So really the only thing this nerf did was really affect its damage towards elite, specials, and boss enemies. And it's definitely really noticeable when killing boss enemies, but dude, it's just layering through zombies. It is still a very potent weapon. And honestly, after the nerf, this is still probably one of, if not the best weapons in the game. That's how ridiculous it was before the nerf, and it is unfortunate that they nerfed it, because when it comes to killing bosses, it's just not as potent, but it can still drop a boss. Like here is an elite, it's gonna chunk away at it, and it's gonna kill it a lot quicker. Oh, well, maybe if we weren't bad. It's gonna kill it a lot quicker than what most other weapons would have. Oh, and we're down again. I'm tired. We've crashed so many times. But yeah, it's chunking away at the boss. You can see here, still doing massive damage. Overall, shotgun, still a great weapon. Still definitely recommend using it. Let me know in the comments below. What other weapons do you want me to test out? What other weapons do you think potentially could hold the best weapon in the game slot? I know the akimbo magnums are another really good weapon, and I definitely want to test those out as well. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and end this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. I want to take a quick second to thank everyone who's became a Twitch subscriber or a YouTube member. You guys are freaking insane, and I got to give a huge extra special shout out to the man, the myth, the legend, who has taken it a step farther and became an Unlocked ++ member on YouTube. Cryptic, also known as Dylan, bro. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for that, man. True homie.